Morning to you, just checking my microphone is turned on. You know me, I'm paranoid by now that I go live and with no sound. So, how are we doing in this beautiful Friday morning? The sun is out. I had to put the blinds down so it doesn't shine on me, so I can show you today's live. We're gonna making a beautiful bracelet. Actually, I got 7 colorways to show you. Let me just come in. Very, very easy technique. Size 8 seed beads and 4mm pearls. I'll show you all the colorways. I've got 7 colorways for you to choose from. One kit will make you 5 bracelets. So it's super mess make today. And really easy as well. Very quick. So, how are we doing? Morning, Isla. Morning, Elaine. Other Elaine, good morning as well. Oh, Isla is saying, brr, cold but sunny. Yeah, I haven't been outside yet, so I don't know if it's cold. Morning, Sue. So today Natalie's coming down. So after the live, I just have to pack up and go in the warehouse, and I'm going to meet her, and we're going to be up to no good all weekend, like working at all sorts of different projects, kits, bundles, anything you want. So you have to let me know throughout the live today what sort of projects you want us to bring to you in the next couple of months, so I can make sure that we include those in the diary. Morning, Celia, Elaine, Carol saying a beautiful frosty but sunny. Yeah, I actually did see it. The front of the car was frosted. I was coming down on the stairs. I looked outside, and the car did looked frosted up. Morning, Sharon. Lorna, good morning. Lovely, sending you big hugs and kisses, Lorna, for a speedy recovery. Nick saying, yeah, cold and sunny here too in South Lincolnshire. Right, okay, so I'm gonna very quickly take you to the website and show you all the beautiful kits we have today, and then I'm gonna show them to you in real life as well. So, going over, and there we go. So by now you know the drill. TotallyBeads.co.uk is the website we need to land on. Now either gonna go here and click video tutorials, or you're gonna go into categories and click video tutorials. From there we got hundreds of tutorials going back a couple of years now soon. Mia bracelet is today. And we have 7 beautiful colors. So I'm just going to click into this one. This is called Autumn. So it's not long, like, you know, the way when I put kits together, I always like to make sure that you're not going to make 5 of exactly the same. So I'm just going to bring this picture up. So you get 5 different strands of different colors of glass pearls in there. You see it beads 2 different colors, and you get your clasps as well. So you can make, well, you can either do 5 different colors of bracelets, you can do ombre, you can, oh yeah, maybe we could try the ombre out today, because I only done single colors. Ooh, but you will let me know which color you like the most, and then I will tinker with that color. So I'm gonna go just step back one. Now, the way how the pricing is determined on these, the seed beads are, the pearls are the same price, depending on, like, you know, what color it is. It doesn't matter, it's the same price. But the seed beads can be sort of, some of them more expensive, some of them is a little bit cheaper. For example, the rose pink has got the galvanized seed bead in there as well. So, like, we add it all up, and then Simon has given us a 20% discount on them. So you will be making 5 bracelets for £12, which I think is really good. Okay, so the colors we have on offer today, you got autumn, you got peacock, you got pretty pink, you got rose pinks, you got spring, you got steel, and you got summer green. So I'm not going to show, like, clicking the website, because you can go and check that. I'm going to come back to the mat, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you them in real life. So we're going to go down to the mat, and I'm going to show you the colors. Actually, let's go in the order of the website. So this is autumn. The one I made up of this one is this beautiful bronze color. This one has got a shiny and a non-shiny seed bead, so it's really you're gonna really stand out. Also, however, I think because this is the color it is, it can be unisex as well. So that is the darkest pearl in the mix, and then you get some lighter pearls in there as well. Let me just, I don't know how I should pop it out so you can see it all. I have made. So I made that bracelet, and you know my wrist a little chunky, and I still got loads of pearls left of that color. Not quite half a strand, but almost half a strand. So those are the 5 colors to go with. So you could make each one of those into a bracelet, or you could do an ombre going up and down. So that is the autumn colorway. The next one is the peacock. I love this one, actually. No, I'll leave the pearls there. The next one is the peacock. Beautiful. This is like a denim blue, what I made here with. And then you have got, I just want to show you the pearls. I have chosen like purples and blues to go with this one, because they kind of go like when I'm working with blues, and if I just add a hint of purple in there, it always looks really nice. It just really brings out, they bring out each other. So there is sort of bright blues, there is denim blues, there's more like a navy blue in there as well, and the purple, again, that's the color I have. So this is the peacock. I don't know how we're gonna do our snail race. How are you gonna tell me which one you want me to demo with? But let me just bring it up and show it to you, all those pearls together, because they look rather nice. So those are the peacock colors. Let's just get that thread out of the way. So actually, I might just, if I just punch it up, then we will be able to pull this down when you tell me the colors. And if I bunch this up, you'll be able to pull those down as well. So that's the autumn. This is the peacock. Let me just pop that back in there. Right, next one is the pretty pink. I love this one. So with the pink one, I have added lighter and darker pinks ones in there. That's the bracelet. And the pearls, again, like some of them is a little bit more rosy, some of them is a little bit more, but not too strong. It's all, I was going more sort of pretty pinks and a pastel color pinks. The seed beads you get, this one is the galvanized pink and a beautiful silver line pink as well. So that is the pretty pink. So I'm going to pop that up there. So remember the names, which one you want me to demo with. Next one up on the list is the rose pinks. I love rose pinks. Now rose pinks comes again with a galvanized color, and I really do love this sort of amethysty color with the gold shimmer on the top of it. So let me just, there is the bracelet. So it's kind of like, have got a little bit sort of an aubergine tone to it, but it's more like an aubergine and a goldy tone to it, but it's the pinks are coming through, and a really beautiful color. So again, I tried to choose like some darker colors, some more like a taupey color, some more like more of a rose pinky color. This one's really nice pastel pink. I use that color quite a lot, and this one is probably will fit in somewhere there, which is sort of going towards the brown, but he's still got a lovely pink hint to it. So let me just bring those up. This is the rose pink. Oh, come on, camera. I want you to focus on me. The rose pink colorway. Hang on, we got three more. I've got 3 more to show you. So next one is the spring one. Now, this year I have really started to experiment with more colors, like yellows. Come on, camera, want to focus on me. Yellows, oranges, because I don't know, some of those colors are sometimes, I don't sort of experiment too much, but when I like, especially when I was putting this one together, I really enjoyed it. The seed beads are not quite very strong yellow colors. They're more like, this one is more like a pastel, sort of a hint of a yellow in there. This one again is a very much of a pastel-y color. And the pearls I have chosen is just sort of a hint of colors in there. This one may be a little bit stronger, but, and then this one is a little bit sort of a lime greeny colorway in there as well. So you will have a good choice. So if I had to, I think my light just flickered. If I had to put them in an order, I would probably put it something like that. So let me just show you up. So this colorway called the Spring. Come on, camera. There we go. So 2 more to show you. Let me just pop this back in. So the next one is the Steel. I love this color as well because this is sort of a blue colorway, and I did hematite to it as well. Pretty much this one matches my jumper today, isn't it? Look, very much of that color as well. I do very love. It's perfect to wear with like jeans and denims. The one the sample I made up, I went more to a grey tone. So again, it's good to go with loads of different clothes in your wardrobe. And the colors I have in there, so I have got this, which has got like just a hint of blue, more sort of like an icy color. That's probably the lightest one. I have got a more like a midnight blue in there, and as well a hematite color as well. And let me just bring this up so you can see them go up close. Again, beautiful colors. If you got any question, please put a Q in front of your question so I can identify it and make sure I answer it for you. Now, last but not least is our beautiful, I love this color. This is the thing, whatever color I'm working with, I like, this is a summer green. So it's a bit of a tealy color, but it has got a hint of like sort of like a caramelly color in there. I really do love this one as well. I love putting colors together. You know, that is my favorite thing with the beading, playing with beads. But that's my favorite thing, is just playing with colors. So again, I tried to put a variety of colors in here. So you got like lighter and darker teals. Let's pick this one as well. This is the one I made up the sample with. And then I sort of put more of a sort of grey color to tone in with those seed beads. And this is the light gold as well. I think they will look really, really nice. Again, you can use them in ombre color, or you can use them just separately as well. So let me just lift this up to you. So this is the summer green, and that's our colors. That's what we got. Right. Okay. So let me know in the comments which color do you want me to demo with, and I will go ahead and demo with that one. So now is the time to put the color names in there so we can have our little snail race. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to scroll back and say hello to you all. So, Lucy popped the link in. Thank you very much. Morning, Diane. Morning, Mina, Samantha, Elaine, Camille, Victoria, Ruth, Rachel, Linda, Elaine, Sharon. I'm just going to do it quickly. Karen, good morning. Judith, Lucy, Jules, Victoria, Debbie, Pamela. Jules saying, question. Any update on when you will be getting Lampwork Snowdrop Breeze? I have a look at that one. I did just before Christmas. I was emailing Helen backwards and forwards. That's the Lampwork artist. I'll chase it up. I'll chase it up. But like, I've got so much going on. Sometimes I just forget things. But I'll remind me, or if you send me a message, I'll definitely put you on a to-do list, and I'll chase her up what's happening with those. Lucy's saying fab price. Morning, Debbie. It's my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, lovely. Very, very happy. Many years to come. Happy birthday. Morning, Carol, Pamela, Natalie, Elaine, Rachel. There's so many love yous here. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna have to. We'll just stay here all day and just chat. Kitty, can you show the blue-purple color again, please? So that is the peacock. I'm just going to quickly lift this up again, and then I can see that people are putting their color preference in. Beautiful colors. Let me just, camera, come on, focus on me. Let's just, yeah, there we go. So that's the purpley blue colorway. Beautiful colors together. Right. going to be so, Eden is saying going to be so hard to choose. Love the spring, not very often used. So I'm gonna take that as your answer for spring. Spring, Lucy, for Lucy as well. I like the steel colors. Love the steel color. I like autumn more than the spring. Camille, you usually like the oranges and yellows. Lucy's saying pink. Steel, please. Ooh, steel is coming down. Ombre autumn. That you already said autumn, so I can't. Peacock, Sue is saying. That's this beautiful. Spring. Oh, it's very much head to head. Steel. And he's saying blue. Good morning. Steel. Steel is quite down at the bottom, so if you got one more for steel, then. Oh, Natalie, hi on the train. She's on the train coming down. Rose pink. I love the rose pink. Good morning, Francis. Everybody is wishing a good journey for Natalie. Happy birthday, Debbie, as well. Everybody's wishing happy birthday to Debbie. Is saying Natalie Patton Choo. Can you do one with those color speeds? Like you mean to do demo with these ones? Francis is saying pink, please. Then he's saying spring, so spring is coming down. Rachel is, oh, spring is back in the race. Love the pinks, Michelle is saying. Pink is coming down. It's really hard to choose this morning. Rose, please. And they all coming down. Loving them all. I don't know which one. I have to do like one color from each. Nicole is saying autumn. Rose pink. That's that one. Like the bronze colors, so I reckon you mean those ones. Steel, that's it. Steel is one. That's down. Below our lines, steel is one. I'm just very quickly gonna see. Spring would have been, this would have been our second color. Rose gold. Steel. Yeah. So spring would have been our pink then as well. Oh, on board. Natalie saying green for me, please. And that's this one at the top. So steel was number one. The spring was number two. I'm going to say rose was number three. Pink was number four. Head to head with the peacock and the autumn. And then the summer green was the last one. Oh, the Helen is saying rose gold, please, as well. So I think we got a clear winner. Right, let me just pop these back into their pot so I don't mix them up. And then we're going to get started. Now, are we doing a single color or are we going to do an ombre effect? I'm asking you so many things. It will be a quick make. So we will be able to quickly make the bracelet itself. But I need to know if you want me to do a single color with the pearls or are we going to do an ombre color? That's the next question. Let me just pop these away. That goes there. I'm going to need these seed beads. And that one goes in the pot. I quite like to keep, when I'm demoing, everything in a little pot or like a divider tray. So I know I'm not going to mix things up. So I'm just going to grab thread and a needle and we're going to get started while we get sort of organized while you're saying to me if you want ombre or a single color. So grabbing a needle. Now thread, not so much you want to probably match the pearls themselves, but rather the seed beads. I could get away with the grey, probably more. Maybe I'll do the grey more. This one is more blue, so probably the grey is a better option there. Look, the sun is coming through on my mat. Yoo-hoo, it's sunny today. I'm going to use the grey. Right. So 5.5 hours-ish, Natalie's saying while she's going to be here. Michelle is saying ombre, one of each color pearls. That's ombre. I think ombre, we're going to have to do ombre. Oh, they'll be saying thank you, Ron, for your kind wishes. Ombre, Elaine is saying, ombre would put the strands couple of together, make a nice necklace. So you could make a necklace pattern with this one. Like not from the kit because they're all the same pearls, but I'll talk to you about it later when we start the seed beading. Ombre effect. I think ombre is one. So we're gonna use like loads or loads of the late to the past. Sorry, Janice is saying that Janice, we're just starting to make, so you will be absolutely fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna thread my needle. So we're gonna start with creating a spine for our pearls. So we not gonna need our pearls first, but we are gonna need, let me just come down on my mat. Let me just zoom in for a sec. Just gonna pop back into here just for 1 sec. I just want to get rid of, sometimes with the pearls you get this little, just whiten up. Just put the roller on my mat so it's nice and clear. So there we go. I'm going to leave the bobbin on as usual because I might need to more thread later on. So we're going to need, actually, I always put in the middle and then I just sort of reaching over my bits. I'm just going to put it onto the side here. So what you need to decide which color is going to be your main color and which color is going to be your side color. So what I mean by, and I'm gonna bring these two up to you because it's really visible on this one because they're two different colors. So the main color is the one in, or middle color. Let's not call it main color because they both like sort of pretty much exactly the same amount of seed beads in there. But the middle color is the color which runs from all the way in the middle. And then you got another color of seed beads there, which is going to be in between the pearls. So I could have the darker gray in the middle and the lighter one on the side, or vice versa. In this one, I had the lighter one in the middle and the darker one on the side. So I'm going to do it opposite way. So I'm going to pick up 2 of my middle colors and 1 of my side colors. Let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to take this all the way down. Now I'm going to come through all 3 of them. I might need to, just 1 sec. I need to turn that so that the sun is not quite there on the mat because it might be a bit distracting. There we go. There we go. We don't want to have too much sun. Don't want to blinded by the sun, although it's nice to have a sun. So I went all the way around and then I'm going to come through the first 2, so the middle colors, to be away from my, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to do units of 3 beads sewn together. Now I don't want to knot my tail end and my thread together, but I don't want this loop to kind of like slip and get bigger as I'm beading and make my beading kind of like looser. So what I'm going to do, instead of knotting it together, I'm just going to run around 1 more time. These size 8s have got quite large holes, so if I go around 1 more time, even if I push down from the top of it, it's not gonna, the beads are not gonna sort of separate up. So from here, we're gonna kind of like create like a zigzag pattern. So on one side, we're gonna have the side bead facing up, and the next side we're gonna need a side bead here because we are sewing 3 beads together. So you start by picking up 3 beads, but from here all the way down to the end, we're always gonna pick up 2 beads. So I'm gonna pick up a middle color and a side color, and I'm locating which bead I'm coming out of. I'm going to come through that bead from the other side. So this time my triangle of 3 beads, which like the both of the triangles sharing this bead, but my triangle of little beads, this one, the outer color is facing towards the other side. Just zoom in a tiny bit more. And then I'm going to come through the next bead. So I'm the furthest away from my tail, and when I pull this up, you can see we got 1 pointing to the top and 1 pointing to the bottom, and I'm going to repeat this all the way down. So again, I'm coming out here, so I'm going to come from the other side, adding my beads on, then going through the next one to be furthest away from my tail, and I got my next triangle. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way down. So I'm always picking up one middle color and one side color. I mean, you could do this in one color as well. You don't have to have two colors of seed beads. I just find like it gives a little bit more color to the bracelet, and it's sort of easier to remember which bead you have to go through if you have two colors of beads. What size are the pearls, please? Natalie's asking. So the pearls are 4mm. There we go. And we're going to create this pattern all the way around and all the way down. Not around. We're going to be beading in a straight line. And there we go. So I'm gonna need a couple of minutes to chat to you until I add length to this bracelet. It goes together really, really quickly because you're working with size 8 beads as well. I'm always, and as you can see, when I'm pulling it through, I kind of like hold on to the beads themselves between my index finger and thumb. So they really nice, and just zoom out just a tiny bit. So they're really nice and tight finish. So I don't have to. So I'm pulling it up and I'm holding on for the one before. And then once I pulled it up, I'm gonna go through the one I need to go through, and then I hold on to the ones I just added. So I keep a nice and tight tension all the way down, and we're gonna do this zigzag pattern. Then he's saying these are so easy to make, love them. So I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm gonna add some length to this one. Brenda is saying these are so lovely and quick to make. So we did this, was it back in November time? I think we just played around in the bead club and come up with a little bracelet because we had some beads. Just playing around really, but if you just got, they don't really take that much beads. So if you got some leftover beads, you could do sort of a bone structure, so any bracelet or necklace, and I will talk you to just in a sec. If you wanted a necklace, well, I'll be doing the bracelet, and the instructions with the kit is the bracelet, but it's so easy to do so many different things with this by just adding different size beads to the top and the bottom row, adding different beads. It will make your pattern curl naturally, which is quite good. There's so many different things. A very, very easy pattern and quick as well. So, you see, I'm just growing quite quickly. And I'm just gonna sort of sit with this until I get the length of my bracelet. When you add the 4mm pearls in, it doesn't really shrink. So pretty much the size you got, if you keep a nice tight tension, it's pretty much the size what you're gonna have. Angela saying, morning Kitty, turned on to watch you, then realized it was only 9 AM and ended up missing the start. Oh bless you. You know how many I did that, how many times I do that? Like, I never know what time it is, what day it is, what week it is, what month it is. Sometimes I don't even know what year it is. But once I was really I was really in a rush, and I was out in the morning, so I was like very quickly getting in the shower, and I thought I was running late, and I was doing the live at 10, and I thought I was running late, and like I was very quickly put my makeup on, like half dried my hair, like sort of really run around. I really felt rushed, and I thought it was like, oh my god, it's 5 minutes past 10. And I was rushing down. I was like imagining in my head. I was like panicking, like, is everybody's waiting there for me and I'm not there? And I came down and I sit down and turn the computer on and sit in front of it, and it was 9:05. So I did exactly the same. And then I didn't really know what to do with myself for an hour, because you felt like in your head the hour already is gone. I just sit here and calm myself with some beading. Ilana is saying, if making a necklace, would the beads be smaller on the top and bigger on the bottom with seed beads. Yeah, so the seed beads not necessarily have to have bigger or smaller one, but it's the size of the pearls or crystals or anything you want to use would be bigger. So for example, if you use the 3mm pearl on the top and 4mm pearl at the bottom, then that would naturally curve it into a necklace. Or 4 and 6mm, or whichever, like, you know, you could add, like at the top you could add a size 11 bead, or at the bottom making, like, you could play around with it. You need to just sort of play around with it and work out the right size for whatever materials you have, really. So I got a couple of inch now, just over a couple of inch. So I'm gonna add a bit more length here, but it goes quite quickly, just sort of pulling it through each time, adding a main middle color and a side color, and then just coming through the last middle bead there. And we're gonna keep on going until we have the direction of our side color is always changing, because once it's facing up, then the next time it's facing down. And the sun is right on my beadwork now. Right, so adding a few more bits to this. Yes, so yeah, depends, Elaine. So if I added smaller pearls at the top and larger pearls at the bottom, it would naturally curve, because that would pull the top together more. But it depends how much of a curve do you want, and how much is it going to, like, you know, with terms of necklace, do you want the curve going all the way around, or do you want straight part of it? If, like, it's playing with the sizes, because you might have to go down in size of a seed bead at the top to be able to achieve the curve you want to achieve. So just really playing around with different sizes. But you would be adding them on exactly the same as we're doing it for this bracelet. So you would be picking up one middle and one side color. You might even decide that you want to add side colors at the top, which is size 11 and size 6 at the bottom, and then use the same pearls for both sides. So there is so many different things you could do. It's just really sitting down and playing. like Christopher plays with Lego. We just play with beads and work out a nice pattern. The seed beads are size 8, lovely. Natalie's asking. So the pearls are 4mm, seed beads are size 8, yes. So still need to add a few more beads, not too many now. And then we can turn around. I might make a smaller bracelet so it will fit Natalie. She's coming down today. I just don't know how big is her wrist. She's got the tiniest wrist ever. Like, I thought Sarah Millsap had a tiny wrist, but I think Natalie's wrist is even tinier. I wish I could have a tiny wrist, because, like, every single time I make a bracelet, like, I have to do like quite like half an hour extra to do the extra rows for my wrist side. But never mind. Enjoy the process, and that's what counts. So just very quickly adding this, and if you just joined us, we are doing a zigzag bracelet. Very, very easy technique. First, we are making the bare bone of the bracelet, the middle, and then we're going to go ahead and add pearls. And I think we all decided that we're going to do like an ombre color finish. So we're going to use, there is 5 strands of pearls in each one of the kits, and each one of the kits make 5 bracelets. So what did I do it right? Yeah. So you can do single colors, or you can do multicolors. You can have 2 or 3 colors. You can have all 5 color pearls going in the bracelet itself around these beads. Just like any pattern you really want to do. Or you can just have 2. Really up to you, but you got plenty of pearls in there. They are got 20% off at the moment, the kit on the website, and there is 7 different colors to choose from. Right, I think, oops, I'm losing my beads. I think we might just have, and I picked up the wrong bead, look. I pinged one bead away and then I picked up the wrong one. So very quickly, I'm just going to take it back. I think we might have enough. Let me just pull this through and have a look. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the clasp on one side. Maybe about 2 or 3 more to fit a smaller wrist. We're going to add the clasp on one side, then we're going to run down on one side of the bracelet and add a clasp on the other side, then run back on the other side of the bracelet. Really, really easy. But as you can see, we're just sewing 3 beads together to form little triangles, and the tip of the triangle each time it's facing in a different direction. So once it's facing towards the top, can't talk, need a bit of coffee. Oh, Camille, I love you. She said big wrist, big heart. Oh, bless you. Yeah, like my problem is definitely that whenever I go into any of the jewelry shops or anywhere, like the large bracelets, usually they do fit me, but they just fit me, and I do like my bracelets loose. I don't really like to have anything tight on my wrist. Even my watch, I wear it somewhat loose. So yeah, I have to make it for myself, my bracelets. But I suppose some people can have the opposite problem, that even the smallest one is too big for them. And this is the beauty of making your own jewelry, that you really make the size you need it to be. Because we are all different. We're all beautiful the way we are. I think that's about right. So I'm going to grab the... Where is it? There we go. I'm going to grab the clasps. So we got toggle clasp with this one. I love toggle clasp. Really easy to put on and to take off. And very, like, you know, I think, like, in terms of like easiness, I love the magnetic clasp. I love the toggle clasp. Then I would use like lobster clasp for any other class. So whenever I get an opportunity, I really want to use these clasps. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of my middle color. Going to go through a loop on the clasp, and then we're going to come back on ourselves. So we're going to come back through the bead we just added and the one right in front of us, and from here we're going to start adding the pearls. So very quickly, I'm just going to line these pearls up, and I'm going to cut the end of them off so we know which one and what way we want to take pearls off and put them on. So I think that's the darkest one. How many colors shall we use? Definitely this one next, I think. That beautiful steely blue, but I want to add like at least maybe one gray color in the middle. This one is a little bit more gray. There we go. Then let's add, how shall we add? Shall we add this in between, or shall we add this at the bottom? I think that would be quite nice. If I put them next to each other, you got like sort of a dark, or maybe the gray needs to be in between at the top, just like that. I think that's, yeah. So you got sort of your little bit of a, like an icy color, then you got your blues, and then you got your gray. I think that's what we're gonna go with. But personal preference, you don't have to have all 5 colors. I'm just going to put all 5 colors in them because we have, but you could just do 3 colors if you like. So as I'm coming out of this middle seed bead right here, I'm just going to pick up my first pearl, and then I'm going to go through the side bead and just pull this up nice and tight. Then I'm going to pick up my second pearl and go through the next side color. Then I'm going to pick up my third pearl and go to the next side color, and all the way down I'm just going to be adding these pearls in one by one, moving through the colors. And I think that's already looking so nice with all the different colors. and lastly this grayish one, and then we are back to the front. There we go. So you can take these pearls off and you can put them out in a little pattern on your mat, or like, you know, table or anywhere you're working. So you make sure you're picking up the right one every single time. Or you can pick them up randomly, so you could just have a mixture as well. There is so many different things. It's really your design, but I think that's looking quite nice, quite pleasing to the eye. And what I love about jewelry when we do anything multicolor or anything like this, like ombre color, you can wear it with so many different outfits, because there are some gray colors in there as well. I could wear this with like sort of a grey top, because they are those icy blues. I could wear it with icy blues because there is somewhat a little bit of a denim color in there. I could wear it with just jeans. So there is so many different colors you can wear the same bracelet when you make them multicolor or ombre finish. That's I love them. I really do love them. And sometimes when you look at like an ombre color, like at least for me, I don't know about you, let me know if you're the same, but if I look at something like an ombre, a beautiful ombre top, or like sometimes then people paint their walls ombre or anything like that, it just really makes me smile. I don't know, I think it's so pleasing to the eye that and why not we do it in our jewelry. Lucy's saying that looks gorgeous in ombre, so you could do that as well. You're gonna have pearls left in your kit, so if you got extra clasp, then probably you will be able to get out extra bracelets with it as well. Because oops, that pearl's gone right down and rolled it off the table. You can get more out of it. Because after finishing that bracelet, I still had maybe a third of a strand left of one color. I'm just really trying to pay attention so I don't mix up my colors at the same time as I'm talking. 4mm round crystal work, probably. I like the look of the pearls, but you know, sure, 4mm crystal would work as well. It's really personal preference. You could use rondelles if you wanted to. You could use bicones if you wanted to. All sorts of different beads. I do go through, and then probably you kind of like realized it, that if you play close attention, I guess, in the months that or the couple of years we've been doing these lives, that I do go through periods when I'm using pearls all the time, and then maybe a month down or a couple of months down the line, then I start using miracle beads all the time, then I start using crystals all the time. I think we all go through phases like that, and I just love it. At the moment, I love working with pearls. But you never know, in a couple of weeks it might be might be crystals or miracle beads or anything. You never know. So I'm getting right to the end now. So I'm going to pick up my last one. Now what we're going to have to decide what sort of pattern we're going to have on the other side, because are we going to reverse our pattern, or are we going to continue, or will we want like the same pearl represented on the other side? So I'm going to go ahead, and as I'm coming out of this bead here, so I'm not coming out of the middle bead, I'm coming out of the last bead on this side. And you can see this bead is further up from the bead on the other side. So I need to pick up 2 middle color this time. So on one side we only picked up 1, but on this side I need to pick up 2 middle color and go through the loop on the clasp. Then we only gonna come back through 1 middle color, and then we are right in the place where we need to go through that one which is already existing there, so I can start picking up the beads. And we're gonna fill in another bead on the other side as well, and by doing that is just centralizing your clasp so it doesn't stick onto one side, but it's kind of like sit in the middle. You need the extra bead there. So from here, let me just turn this back around. From here, there we go. We're going to start picking up our beads again. So I think I'm going to reverse the colors how we picked it up, and I'm going to start with this one. So the same color kind of like going to show up in a stripe. So that's this darker blue, and then we're going to start going down in our colors. So then I need this lighter one. So I'm just picking up whatever is slightly sort of on the slightly slanted to the side on the other side. I hope that makes sense. It made sense in my head. Same on each side. Yeah, Camille is saying as well. I think then it gives you more of a, like it brings out the color more, because they looks like the colors are kind of like united in a stripe. But that's what I think it's gonna look great. Might we need a gray one next? But you could do a single color from there. Don't forget, one kit will make you 5 bracelets. There we go. I think that's looking great already. And we're just playing with the, like, you know, I made sure all the colors, like some of the kits, the colors a little bit further away. So for example, in the peacock or the teal, obviously you got purples and you got the blues. So they would be standing out even more, like here in this one, because the colors are more muted, they blend in more together as well. So it just really depends. But the way how, like, you should know, but when I'm putting kits together, it takes me a long time just to sit there and I'll put colors in and then I take them out and then I add another one in and then I take that one out and add another one, and I'll keep going until I'm completely 100% happy with the kit. So there we go. I'm just coming through this. So already looking quite nice. And to be honest, I don't think the camera picks up the colors as well as I can see them here. I suppose it depends on what platform or where you're viewing it as well. But it is really blends nicely together. Really does look nice. And very easy process as well. And some of the colors, like, you know, it's like this one as well. So if I just use the gray pearls with the seed beads, it could be interpreted more as a masculine. So it could be, which one was the last one I did? Did I add it in the right order? Darker one, gray, and that one, lighter one. There we go. Oh, come on, I'm chasing the pearl on my mat. Naughty pearl, where's the hole? Come on. Hold you down. I'm going to use you no matter what. There we go. On the thread. And then I'm just adding the same 5 colors as I go along. Almost down to the other side now. And the pink, Camille is saying. Lucy's saying, I think I need a colorway too. Yeah, Lucy loves pink. I love pink too. I love all colors. My Lucy used to be really into pink. Everything used to be pink. We have to paint the walls in her bedroom pink. And then she went to like a phase where it's like a little bit more purpley. But then, like, she likes all sorts of colors as well. The all go phases. I am still in my sort of turquoisey azul kind of phase at the moment. Last year I went to with sort of navy with gold and purple with gold. I used quite a lot of those. But I think even the seasons changes our perception on color as well, because in winter you want to use more wintry colors. In the summer you want to use more summery colors as well. Right, I'm almost down at the bottom. And we're gonna just reinforce the clasp there. And then all it's left to do is to work off the edges. Now a couple of, so I'm just added the last pearl. I'm gonna pick up, so can you see at the moment our end is, our clasp is kind of like sitting to one side. So this is when we're gonna pick up one seed bead and we're gonna go up through that seed bead there, through the loop of the clasp, and when we add this in, can you see that just forces the clasp to sit nice and centered. And I'm just going to pop the bracelet down, and I'm just going to sort of brush my hand on it a couple of times, because I don't want to happen to have sort of, can you see, a tighter, it doesn't really pucker that much because the sizing is quite good, but I don't want to have a tighter finish on one side and a looser finish on the other side. I kind of like want an even tension there. So working your thread off, there's a couple of things you could do. To be honest, it doesn't take too long. I just run down all the way on this side and I just knot my tail end and my working end together. And if I got any thread left, then I might even run up and down a couple of times just to strengthen the bracelet, make it even more stronger. So I'm going to go down and I'll meet, but any time you could do a one thread knot, and I'm going to show you what's that. So one thread knot or a half hitch knot is when you catch the thread path in between two beads, like I'm just sort of catching the thread path there. Let me just bring this up if you can see it better. And then I'm going to pull this through, and before that loop disappears, I'm going to go through this loop to form a knot in between the two beads. So this is a half hitch knot or one thread knot, and then I'm going to keep on continue all the way. If you got a long straight needle, that really helps when you're just going to run down on your bracelet. And what name of the bracelet again? So Leanne called it Mia. I think it's such a lovely name. Like we usually have this, like who gets to the, it's so hard sometimes to name something. And maybe what I should do, we should put it more up and ask you lot, because one bead too many, I want to be there. Because sometimes it's so hard to come up with the right name, and me and Leanne would sit here, and I'm not joking, like for half an hour we would just sit here and we just talk about, oh well, you could call it this or you could call it that, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that. And then she goes and I say a name and she's like, no, I don't like that either. It's so hard to choose because sometimes, hold on, it's coming out of that, there we go. So sometimes what a name which resonates with you, like it's a different what would resonate with somebody else, and we all have got like sort of preferences. And it's like naming a bracelet. I'm not like trying to compare naming a bracelet to naming a child, but it's like, it's kind of like that dialed down a little bit, because you worked with it and it's your little creation, and just really I just love it. But we could sit here forever and trying to name things, and that's it. So then I'm just gonna go around the clasp again. Now if you're really wanting to strengthen the connection with the clasp, then you could kind of like follow any thread path and go up and down a couple of times just to go through these beads at the end. The size 8 seed beads have got quite a large hole, so you could go through quite a few times before the thread would fill up the hole in the bead. So do that, because the more you go through those beads, the more, and the clasp, the more strength your bracelet's going to have, because that is in factually that is where you tag your bracelet the most. So when you're doing your bracelet up, what do you pull on? You pull on the clasp itself, and as you're pulling on the clasp itself, it's then pulling on the thread right at the end. So just try to make a really nice and strong connection there. But that's it. And then all I would do is just to work my threads off, and our little bracelet is ready. Let me just pop this on. my wrist and bring it up. Really, really beautiful little, very, very easy bracelet. So do let me know in the chat, was this easier or was it harder what you thought it was going to be, or have you done anything like this before? Do let me know. What do you think of it? Ellen is saying, thank you, I love it. Very pretty. Nicola is saying, would be the thread. Yes, so you would need a super long size D because you're working with larger beads here. Size 8. I would only use AA, to be honest, if I'm working with size 15s. But it's you need D for this one. Karen's saying, beautiful. Thank you so much. So, okay, so I am going to love you and leave you. I'm so excited. Natalie's coming down. It's like it's like feeling like, I don't know, a child, and your favorite mate is coming over to play with your toys. That's how I feel. So I need to pack this up here. I need to tidy this room up a little bit as well before I pop into the warehouse, because obviously Natalie's coming and I can't have an untidy craft room here. So I'm going to do that quickly, have some lunch, and then off I go into the warehouse, and we will be playing with loads of different things. I'll pop a post up on social so you can let me know what you would like to, what sort of project you would like us to really plan in. So everybody have a beautiful day, a beautiful Monday morning. Probably Natalie still be here, so I don't know what we're doing. Ruth is saying hit that like button. Yep, hit that like button. Every single like, every single subscribe, every single anything really helps us to grow the channel and bring sort of crafty beady joiners to more people. Everybody have a great weekend. Oh, Sunday night creation station. Natalie's going to be here with me, so we're going to be, I don't know, we're still using the January last day of on Sunday, we're using the January pack. So do tune in. I don't know what she's going to come up with. She's probably going to do something with Via. But everybody have a great weekend. See you Sunday night on Kitty Robinson Designs at 7 p.m.